And then Ian Richardson.
Well, hey, Lorenzo. How you
Hello,
doing?
how are you?
I'm doing great. Hey. So welcome everybody to our little music show for Lorenzo Sanchez, who's running for the state house in Texas. My name is Pete Kronowitt, and I'm really excited to be doing this show for Lorenzo. Texas is such an important state this year in this moment. So yeah, it's great to be doing this for you.
Thank you. I really appreciate everything everybody's doing across the country to pay attention to these races. And at the state level, we need to make sure we get good people in line, because these are going to be the people that run for Congress in the future and Senate. So thank you for having me, and I really appreciate you lifting up these Texas House races.
Well, Texas is it's the great state of Texas, and it's the great state for a reason. And from what I understand, you were born and bred in your district, right?
I was raised here, so I was not born. I was
not born and bred, but raised
born,
there. Okay,
and brought here as a really young kid. But I have been here since then, and that's why I appreciate it so much. The opportunities it's given me, and all the friends and family that have relocated here. Even a bunch of my college friends, I was able to convince them. I usually would take them down to Austin for a few weekends too, and be like, this is it. And then I'd bring them back and be like, look, the suburbs aren't that bad. Here in Dallas.
Austin is a special place.
Yes.
Yeah. Haven't been there enough, but yeah, I know lots of artists who are in Austin. So then we have a really kind of special show. There's a friend of mine, Kari Rutushin, who's going to be playing a little bit later, and she had to pre-record her little performance because of poor internet connection. But we have some great songs coming from her, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to kick it off with a few songs, and then we'll bring you back, and you and I will just chat for a little bit.
Perfect. Thank you.
Awesome. Great. Well, thanks a lot. And I'll see you in a maybe 15 minutes or so.
Sounds great.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm really excited to be playing this show for Lorenzo. And, it's certainly a crazy time in our country. And, what I saw in the Democratic National Convention this past week was I saw hope. I saw a beacon of light for our country, and so I kind of want to start it off on a positive note. This song was I have a whole bunch of new songs that are going to be on an album that I'm going to release next month, and I got a little special treat in a bit. But so this is kind of crazy optimistic. Yeah. All right. I'm like, maybe I won't do that song. Actually, maybe I'm gonna I'm gonna do. So the weather has been really hot. I think I've just changed my midstream. I've decided to change my song. This beating down, yeah, it's real hot. My mind is roving, but my body's not. Think I wanna stay inside the day, sit and dream my life away. Well, you know what I say. I declare this a holiday. It's just another passive day. Whoa, 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 whoa. Monday morning got the alarm ringing. I think I just wanna keep sleeping, but baby turns and she starts to play. Well, I think I'm gonna blow up work today. Well, you know what she say. She declares this a holiday. It's turned into a passion day. Whoa, 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 whoa. Spontaneous, there's finally do the town, you decide you wanna hang around. What I'm trying to say is it's alright if you wanna stay inside tonight, 'cause you know what I say, I declare this a holiday, just another passive day. Whoa, 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 whoa. Awesome. All right. Cool. Well, here we go. So I'm a big fan of this artist named Billy Bragg. And well, if you don't know Billy Bragg, he's a UK-based singer-songwriter. He's known as much for his leftist progressive activism as his great music. And I saw Billy speak at this conference I went to back in early 2017. And what he said, I just think is really appropriate for the moment we're in. For those of us who want to do good in the world, our real enemy, it's not communism, it's not capitalism, it's not even the orange menace in the White House. No, our enemy, it's cynicism. It's that feeling that no matter what we do, nothing is ever going to change, that everything is going to remain the same, and that all politicians are alike. And the antidote for cynicism, it's empathy. So I started thinking about the creative process. What we all do is we iterate until we develop a new perspective. And the first time I did that was with this song. Played the fool again, letting love slip through my hands again. There I go again, feel I've lost my best friend. Never learned, I just watch, then it burns every time I try. No matter what we feel, no matter what we do, one can't love enough for two. Cross our lines, we dot our T's, we pass our time so foolishly. Oh, we never learn, but some ask why. Then we'll burn after we die. No matter what we feel, no matter what we do, one can't love enough for two. No matter what we feel, no matter what we do, one can't love enough for two. All right, so this is a kind of a new song. My wife is actually engaged in managing a campaign in Arizona, which means she left our home in November of last year. And we've seen each other a couple times, but then the pandemic started, and it we haven't seen each other a lot, and yeah, it's been a strange time for all of us, right? And so I started writing the song, and then I worked with a friend of mine to finish writing the song, a friend Viola Krause, and the song became bigger. When the world is a little bit colder, you can be a blanket for me. When this world is a little bit darker, you're the light I can see. If your arms cannot hold me, it's your love I still feel, and your heart is the only beating thing that is real. Stay safe, stay safe, until you're home here with me. Stay safe, stay safe. Home is where you should be. I remember what it was like before everything changed. In such a short time, we hardly talk now. We should be able to agree. Have we forgotten what's important? We argue endlessly, but we're still human, and it's not right. We all want the same thing. Stay safe, stay safe, until you're home here with me. Stay safe, stay safe. Home is where you should be. Home is where you should be. Until you're home here with me. Stay safe. So I really enjoy playing the next song, except this time is kind of a special day. So I think I'm going to do something a little bit different. This today happens to be the premiere of my video. And, I have not really done a lot of professional videos. This one's kind of adorable. And, this was inspired. I went out to a park near my house and I saw these little animals around. And, I recognized how vulnerable they are, and how that's an analogy for all of us. So I ended up writing the song with two really great songwriters, Chris Harbaugh and Mimi Hearn. And I'm just really excited about this video. This is my brand new video, Roly Poly. Sitting in the garden chair, there's a roly-poly over there, touching many rows into a ball. There's no plan before the roly-poly. Got a feel we're headed for a fall. they sink our shores. Bumblebees won't buzz no more. Butterflies won't have a place to rest. Sink or swim, will we still care? Will the roly-poly still be there? If we say we've done our very best. The garden, it grows all our food. The roly-poly lives there too. Like me and you, he wants grandkids too. Do I choose to sit and wait? Where the choices that we make? Is there something more that we can do? Can I make a difference to what happens next? Yeah, there's some things I could do. Rising tides will sink our shores. Bumblebees won't buzz no more. Butterflies won't have a place to rest. Sink or swim, will we still care? Will the roly-poly still be there? If we say we've done our very best. Can we handle what will happen next? Okay, I have to admit that was a little surreal for me. I was actually singing along with my own song. Okay, yeah, it was. So I mean, I'm pretty thrilled about that video, and yeah, we should do something about climate change. I think it's real. I think I've heard it's real. Anyway, there's fires in California right now, and it's weirdly hot. So before I play my last two songs, I do have something to say. So I've been doing a bunch of shows. This is the 18th show for state legislative candidates in competitive states. For since we started, I'm working with a whole group of people and some great artists, all across the country. And this has been very informative. Like I've gotten to know candidates. I spent some time talking to them. I know their platforms and why they're running. And candidates will normally talk about what inspired them to run. I'm going to ask Lorenzo in a minute that very question. But I'll tell you what they will not tell you. They will not say that running for office. It doesn't matter. They're just people. Running for office means you take time away from family and friends. You spend nights and weekends running. I mean, it's a 24/7 thing. It is not easy. And oftentimes, and especially in Texas, oftentimes, you have to just move away from whatever career you're in. It's going to have an impact on your wallet. So that ends up defining who can actually run. In Texas, you want to take a guess how much the state legislature makes? So if you win, if you end up winning, which, that's not it's not an easy thing to win an election. In Texas, the amount a state legislator makes is $7,200 a year. Now, they do get a per diem, but that's only on the years that they're meeting, and they only meet every other year. That's a form of voter suppression. Anyway, so I'll just say this, that, hey, some of us are really lucky and have some resources, or, we have a job in this very difficult time. And I'd say, please, if you can afford to, these state legislative races, they don't have big budgets. You can make a big impact on the budget if you donate. So please, if you can, donate what you can. If you donate anything to Lorenzo's campaign, I'll give you a bundle of some of these songs. If you have more time than you have monetary resources, please make some phone calls for Lorenzo's campaign. You can do it anywhere. You don't have to be in Texas to do it, but especially if you're in Texas, I mean, it is your state. So, please, again, please volunteer for Lorenzo's campaign if you can. So I got 2 songs to end with, and then we'll bring Lorenzo back up. This is a song for all you history buffs. The Prince knew Machiavelli. Have you no sense of decency? You can't have morals when there's no ground. Chicken Little came a-calling. Pinocchio's nose is growing. The emperor's not wearing any clothes. But this is real. You just don't see. There's a long arc of justice in history. There's something you just don't see. It's that we know truth will set us free. Joseph Goebbels was deformed. Nobody learned from Animal Farm. 1984 taught us double speak. Just how did we get here? Ignorance does not seem like bliss. It's a messed up repeat of history. You will be you, I will be me. There's a long arc of justice in history. There's something you just don't see. It's that queen of truth to set us free. I may be blue, you are just me. And we know truth will set us free. I'm gonna tell you all, it's time to kick your ass in gear. It's time to tear down fear. Do something now. The moment has arrived. We can tell we're alive and do more than survive. Do something now. It's time we do something. Do something. Do something now. Do something. Do something. Do something now. Don't just bitch and moan. Time to get on the phone. To be sure, just knock on doors. It's forward, ho. It's time we do something. Do something. Do something now. Do something. Do something. Do something now. Polar bears can't swim forever. Guns killed 7 kids today. 10 more lives, yeah. He's obviously a Russian spy. Women's rights are being stripped away. I mean, the Senate, a bipartisan group in the Senate said he colluded with Russia. It's time we do something, do something, do something now. 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 I'm gonna tell you all, it's time to kick your ass in gear. All right, cool. All right, so in a second, we're going to bring Lorenzo back. Hopefully. And yeah, so here we go. So Lorenzo, nice to see you.
It's great seeing you. Thank you so much. We were just talking back here with some staff that we really miss going to concerts. So any sort of live music is just so enjoyable right now. So I really appreciate you doing that for me and for other candidates across the state.
Well, my original plan was to go and play these shows live, and well, best laid plans, and then you just do what you can. So
Exactly.
on the positive side, I get to play, for you and many more shows, a lot of shows. But so I like I said earlier, I really want to know, so as I said, my wife is running a campaign. She's working with a Arizona State Senate candidate, and I find it fascinating why someone would actually run for office. So what motivated you to do that?
I think what motivated me was a sense of, kind of I had an anxiety that I couldn't fight. It was something that was going on that I felt like my community was being taken advantage of, and I felt like I had tried other ways. So I started volunteering a lot. That's what really got me. After 2016, I realized that it wasn't enough just for me to get my family and friends out to vote and send my $20 to my presidential, choice, and that be enough. I needed to really go and try to reach out to people and try to convince them that the message I believe in, and that's fighting for everyone and making sure that we are fighting for real solutions. Otherwise, why are we in this race? Why are we having sessions every 2 years here in Texas, if we're not fighting for people and for their best interests? So my family was here. My family is here. I have so many friends, and I was raised here. And that became a reason why I got in this race. I felt like there was something I had to offer. When I went to school, I went to Loyola University Chicago during the 2008 election of Barack Obama, where I learned how to organize while I was in school for multiple organizations I was involved in. And that's something I thought that I could really bring to Collin County. And we were really successful getting those volunteers, building the largest volunteer base in the history of our county. And this is for a Texas House race, not those really, popular congressional races or U.S. Senate races that people want to really, spend time on. And that's what we did. We knocked on the most doors. We were, going full force. We were going to register everybody, have an army out there, and then COVID kind of stopped us with that. And we've been having to realign our campaign ever since. But really, the reason why I decided to run is because I believe that our community deserves so much better than what they've been receiving. And I want to go down to Austin and be of service to everyone in my community. And I want to actually help people find solutions to their issues that are facing their households. And hopefully they will keep me accountable to that promise. I want to try to bring that to politics in whatever form I can, this new sense of accountability, because I think that will engage people and keep them involved in the political process when they feel that they can actually have a say and are controlling what's going on with their elected officials.
Absolutely. I love that idea of the fact that you have a background in organizing. And matter of fact, one thing that I know, and I believe it's true about your district, is that so when Beto O'Rourke ran in 2018, I believe this is one of the 9 districts that is required to go flip the Texas State House, and I think he won this district. And so the chance of Democrats flipping this district is pretty good. But the way to do that is exactly what you were saying. It's organizing. Yeah.
Organizing and registering people to vote. People were telling us that we were insane when we were climbing those 3rd-story apartment complexes, but there's voters up there, and those are our bread and butter voters. Those are the people that we want to be listening to, because a lot of them are living there in transition, or perhaps living there because they can't afford homes, because they're too expensive here within our district. And we just can't leave people behind. We need to engage every single aspect of our community if we really are to build something that's worth, its weight in anything in the future.
So let me ask you, like one of the things that I wanted to find out in terms of things that are important to voters. I mean, I'm sure that in this, one of the things you do as a candidate is you talk to voters. So what's like the maybe the one or two biggest things you're hearing from people that you're talking to that they want to be addressed?
Right now there's just so much going on that it's a lot more than that. There's, you're hearing concerns about, suburban mothers talking about, Black Lives Matter, and that's becoming more prevalent, because of these protests. And I think, a lot of our mothers are the start of a lot of movements, because their children are the ones that are being, treated in a very unfair way and sometimes murdered on our streets. But, right now, because of COVID, we've seen the things we were talking about before are even becoming more apparent now. So healthcare and, it being tied to your employment, and what Texas is losing billions of dollars just by not expanding Medicaid. And that's not the values that Texans believe. I mean, who would want to say that, you don't get your federal tax dollars? That's why we have the most unemployed, the most uninsured out of any state. That's why we have the most hospital closures. That's why we have the most uninsured children. That's why we have, a horrible maternal mortality rate. It's all tied to that. And their refusal to even act on it or have the courage to even, speak on it. It's because, they unfortunately have sold this bill of lies that, they attached the Affordable Care Act with Obamacare. And now, they refuse to let it pass, and they're just letting the money go. And that shouldn't be up to them to decide. That money belongs to Texans and the Texans that need it the most.
Yeah, yeah, that is exactly right, and it doesn't cost Texans anything. It comes out of the federal budget. So basically, it gives people health care, people who sorely need it, people who don't have access to it. So that is great. And I imagine, what I see in state legislative races across the country, the other topic that always seems to come up is education.
Yeah, education is a big one here as well. Just because we were seeing some of the gaps in our public school systems right now, because it's very difficult to get children and parents to be able to care for children and be able to do that. So I come from a very diverse district that includes economic diversity as well. So we see the struggles that every single level is facing. And it's something that, our federal government should be making sure that our schools are federally, funded, our public school systems, in order to be able to meet the challenges that we're facing. We cannot leave a generation of children behind, educationally speaking. That will have, horrible effects, for our country, even if you also want to think economically speaking. If that's where your interests lie solely, then economically speaking, it is not good for our country. To make sure, we need to go and invest right now in our children. This is the most important time in our teachers and our educators, to make sure that as we come out of COVID and during COVID, that they have the resources they need to do their job. And then redistricting is the other huge issue here in Texas. It is the biggest issue. It is the reason why I am running in one of the most competitive races in the state. That I actually was one of the few that actually had a runoff, because the 2018 nominee decided not to run again in 2020. And, we had a very contested primary and runoff. But this is the seat that we need to flip in order for us to have any chance of winning the Texas House. 1,600 votes in 2018. And we cannot allow, the current leadership down in Austin to carve up our state for another decade. That has national implications. And if we want to keep people engaged, and we're starting to see more people start showing up to these elections, that means that they need to know that the process was done fairly.
Right.
They will not stay engaged if they already believe that the system is stacked against them before they even make it out to the ballot box. They need to know that those maps are drawn fairly, and that their voice is going to be heard, and it's important that they get out to vote.
That idea of fair representation, I think that actually sparked a revolution some time ago. And so for what people should know is that this every decade, especially this year, right, is the census, and that the people need to fill out the census, because what that does is that triggers redistricting, which is what you're talking about, and then the maps that get redrawn. And the other thing that's going to happen in Texas, I believe, is there's going to be additional congressional seats that likely come because the population has expanded in Texas. So it's really, really important and from what I understand, Democrats are not interested in gerrymandering. At least that's what I hear again and again. I mean, there are instances where both parties have gerrymandered, but what I hear from Democrats is we want fair representation. Fair is important.
Yeah, especially here in Texas, we just want fairness. We would love to have a system, and I believe that it should not be in the hands of politicians from either side. I think there needs to be an independent redistricting committee. That won't happen this election, but my promise is to be looking out for the best interest of Texans over the interest of making sure that I hold on to any sort of power. I just think we need to really, really change the way that we view politics and how we hold our elected officials accountable.
Yeah, and so, but there is a chance if Democrats do flip the House, the state House, then independent redistricting commission could be on the table. It could be because at least one chamber of the state legislature would, stop gerrymandering. So that alone should inspire people to get engaged, because really that means another decade of unfair representation. And the reason that's actually why I got involved in state legislative races is because that is the cause of the extreme laws and policies that we see across the country. There are just many examples of that. I won't go into all those examples, but yeah. So
yeah, and the court rulings have even proven, that they've stated that they were disenfranchising minority voters with surgical precision. That's how they carve up our neighborhoods and our communities. That should not be the case. Politicians should not be choosing their constituents. I think that was one of the really big reasons why I was able to win my primary and runoff, being from here and really caring about, the place that raised me is really important to people here, because they know that I've been through the system and that I know who I'm fighting for now.
Yes, absolutely. And, and I think, just to kind of round out the conversation, I am hugely impressed by the number of issues you have that you're supporting as a candidate. I mean, and your website is very comprehensive. And I think if people want to understand your position on something, it's written out in detail, from criminal justice, the environment, to, sensible gun laws and LGBTQ rights and disability rights and voting rights. So kudos to you, Lorenzo. Thank you. Thank you for running. It is as I said, it's a very challenging thing. It's something that, you're just a guy, a person, we kind of take politicians and we make them something that they're not all the time. And they're just people trying to actually do something good, so thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you for giving me the opportunity to spread the message about what I'm trying to get done. We're not hiding away from anything, and I think that's what makes me, I guess, stand out from the crowd, because I'm not afraid to talk about the issues that people are facing, regardless of how popular they may be or how much political ambition for that topic there may be. And I think that's what really resonates with me and a lot of the voters in my district.
I'll just say one more thing, and then we have one more artist to play. And unfortunately, our artist isn't here. We have pre-recorded that segment, but I definitely want to get to her music. Um, but it's really impressive. Each campaign takes a different approach, a different strategy, and I love the strategy that your campaign has taken. That's just a personal thing, and I know that we're all different and we come from different places in the country, and that does represent a little bit different. But you're unabashed about the topics that and very straightforward about them. So again, you inspire. Believe it or not, you're understated, but you inspire. So thank you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Let's get it done. Please volunteer. Go to our website, donate if you can. If you can't, just speak to people about how important these elections are and vote all the way down the ballot. Do a little bit of research. There's a lot of us out there that are, coming from humble backgrounds that are just trying to make sure we can make a difference in the world. I'm just one piece of a greater puzzle bit. I just happen to be lucky enough to have landed on a puzzle piece that's really important this year. So please, go and donate to our campaign. Make sure that we can get across the edge and share our stuff. Go follow us on social media. If you don't have the ability to give, that still helps us get our message out. Every share, every like.
Well, great. Well, so why don't we give my friend Kari a chance to play some music, and then we'll bring you back and we can thank everyone. So
thank you so much.
Thank you, Lorenzo. I really appreciate it. So I just want to say a word about my friend Kari Rutushin. So I met Kari back in 2016. I organized this crazy protest show in Cleveland during the Republican convention. It was a ton of fun. And Kari, she plays as part of a band called Swap Meet. And it turns out that, it's a band that one of my college friends that I knew from the dorm, way back when, and he's part of that band. And that's how I met Kari. And Kari wrote a song specifically for that event, a song that she's going to play for us. And so she had a little trouble with your internet connection. So we decided that she was going to pre-record her music. But I do want to read something that she wrote to make sure that kind of got a feel for Kari. And and I'll just say one more thing. She is prolific and she's a great songwriter, and I just love her spirit. And man, she is just she's genuine. Anyway, so she says she's so honored to be sharing her music with everyone this evening, and she thanked me. But this is the important part. She says, I'll just quote, I'll read, the words she wrote. I believe it's crucial that we get fresh leadership in Congress, and leadership with energy that reflects empathy, represents inclusiveness, and also represents the diversity within the constituency and not just a partisan portion. While reading up on Lorenzo, the first thing to stick out to me, amongst the plethora of accomplishments and work, was that he had spent time working with disabled kids. Disability rights is so very important. So often the disabled is a group that gets excluded even in the most progressive of our conversations. It's imperative to let them know, especially from an early age, that their voice matters, their opinions matter, their needs matter. A very dear friend and bandmate, Michelle Reyna, recently wrote a book titled Ableism: The Cause and Consequences of Disability Prejudice. I encourage everyone to check it out. Thanks again for watching. I wish Lorenzo the best of luck with his campaign and can't wait to see what the future has in store with leaders like him at the helm. Have a great evening, and I hope to celebrate with everybody in November. So here's my friend, Kari.
This song is called Thoughts and Prayers. Thoughts hostage, my tongue tied, words want to come out, but the brain it scrambles no matter how hard I try. I keep a poker face for my babies. Well, they don't need to feel my dread. But every time I hear a siren, the nightmare, it plays out in my head. What if it happened where she is? Would she make it home to me today? Thoughts and prayers from men or riches. Is there nothing more there is to say? How many will we let slip through? How many more years of this? How many hearts have frozen over? How can we just ignore all this? Life is too precious to hold on to such anxiety. But I can't understand how your way of 50 means more to you than society. And mental illness is the cause. Where is your solution? How can our children's lives be trumped by an ancient constitution? How many will we let slip through? How many more years of this? How many hearts have frozen over? How can we just ignore this? Don't tell me to be scared of a stranger when it's my brothers holding the guns. Don't tell me to look down on another. You know we are the ones. No walls can keep out the ignorance. No money can't buy back their lives. Your so-called protections have all been a pack of lies. This song is called Harbor Chick. 10 points if you know where that reference comes from. The papers are all in order. Electronic signature too. Yeah, we're selling off Lady Liberty. Her bright lantern just won't do. Seems things have changed and we don't share the same point of view. She stayed true even when she lost her copper hue. Time to let her know it's us and not you. It's like a midlife crisis where we can't accept the blame. We'll deflect and we'll gloat and we'll never show that we truly are ashamed. Truth is we've grown greedier and weaker and ignorant control, so we're showing her the door. Bring me your tide, your pour your huddle messages yearning to breathe free the wretched refuge of your teeming show. Send those homeless, helpless towers to me. I lay my lamb beside the golden door. Yeah, we're selling Lady Liberty from our eastern shore. Yeah, we're losing Lady Liberty. We don't deserve her anymore. Yeah, we're losing Lady Liberty from our eastern shore. Yeah, we don't. Lady Liberty took on a corporate. She's got daddy issues, I'm sure. This one I had just written right before I met Pete a few years ago. It's called Democracy, Hypocrisy. Run to the store to get your prescription filled. Cost an arm and a leg, that's just how it is for the ear. That's just how it is for the ear. Both arm and leg healed years ago, but you still feel you need it so. You gotta wonder how you got along all these years without them pills. Well, the world's hypocrisy, it's all but killing me, and it's hard to keep up any hope when it feels like the world's on its last roll. 7 billion people in the world. If you're so scared, why bother coming out your door? The fear and ignorance ain't what my country stands for. Act like they're invisible, makes it easier to ignore. If it happened to you, you better pray somebody opens up them doors. Yeah, you better pray somebody opens up them doors. Well, the words hypocrisy, it's all but killing me inside. what to do. All the words backwards say it's all, but killing me, it's hard to keep up any hope when it feels like the world's on its last roll. Pro-life till the bone, pro-soldier till the home, pro-family till the gate. Oh, why does it have to be this way? Oh, no, oh, no, oh.
All right, Kari Rutushin. Yeah. Now, peace and love back to Kari for that beautiful set. Like her on her Facebook page. It's Kari Rutushin Music. And so we'll put a banner up in a second. But yeah, I think we have that right here. Okay, cool. So yeah, anyway, I just wanted to say, Lorenzo, win. We're rooting for you, and we're, I think it's just amazing what you've been able to do in terms of coming through from humble beginnings to bring a really, you have a lot of volunteers in your campaign, but we need more.
Definitely. We just need everybody fighting really, really hard right now. We only have, they keep trying to tell me how many days, and it makes me nauseous. So I'm like, don't even bring it up before early voting. So we need to definitely keep our foot on the pedal right now and make sure that we get a good representation across the line this time. And then please keep them accountable afterwards, even if it's not the person that you elected, even if they're on the other side of the party, please call them and bother them. Continue to tell them about what's going on. Don't let them get away with just hiding behind their money and behind closed doors in Austin. It's our time to make sure that everybody gets involved. And this right now is the best time I can think of, more than any. So thank you for doing this as well. I really enjoyed it. And thank you for sharing a lot of your art with us.
Well, I also want to introduce my friend, Linda Allen. Linda has been helping me organize these shows and is in the background of helping produce them. We have actually a whole bunch of people who put this together. There's more than 60 artists that are part of Face the Music, and we've been doing these shows across the country. Lorenzo, man, yes, thank you again. We need to flip that house. Yeah. So we need people to come out and make some phone calls and write postcards, whatever you need. Just sign up at that website right there, and if you can, donate. So, yep. All right. Well, I want to thank everyone for watching, and hopefully that was Emmy Lou. We'll talk later. All right. So thanks everyone for watching.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.